on this championship Sunday. Don't forget, folks, Mills is in Baltimore, Kirk Morrison is in San Francisco, and tonight after the game, they will join Zig Fracassi and Matt Sims to give you all the very latest from the locker rooms, interviews with players, with coaches, and then we'll start the preview. Super Bowl 58 is with all the participants, and it'll be a very exciting time. Don't forget, NFL Radio all week long will be in Vegas. It'll be a media day, whatever they're calling it these days, and at the team hotels, talking to all the key players and coaches, GMs, the whole 9 yards. There's no place better in radio than this place. Take it away.
This is Sirius XM NFL Radio. Radio Monaco presents an exclusive in-depth interview with Michael Flatley.
For a quarter of a century, Louis the Dance has been dazzling.
Radio Monaco's Cassandra and Michael Flatley. Every night, Sirius XM's radio celebrating 25 years of Lord of the Dance with Michael Flatley. Just search Radio Monaco on the all-new Sirius XM app. This is the Sirius XM Sports Update.
A first down under at the Australian Open. Yannick Sinner battles back and gets past Daniil Medvedev after dropping the first 2 sets. Grabbing the next 3 sets and winning his first career major title at the age of 22. As for Medvedev, the 2021 U.S. Open champ, he loses, and that's the 5th in 6 major finals. As for soccer, the English FA Cup rolling along. Wolverhampton over West Brom 2-0. It was Watford and Southampton finishing in a 1-1 draw. Ongoing 69th minute. Liverpool doubling off Norwich City on Sirius XM FC, channel 157. Coming up in about 30 minutes, Manchester United and Newport County battle on channel 157. NFL, the conference title games are today. In the AFC, the Ravens home against the Chiefs. Baltimore linebacker Patrick Queen says defending Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, tricky.
That's what we got to be bringing on, being able to see him when he does do the same thing. He makes plays, and, that's how it goes. He's a great player, future Hall of Fame and stuff, so you got a guy like that. Just drafting with his routes, that makes our job that much harder, so that's why it's not also this week is just being able to see him do the same.
Chiefs-Ravens kicks at 3 p.m. Eastern. The NFC title tilt has the Lions at the 49ers at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Comprehensive pre- and post-game coverage as well as both games on Sirius XM NFL Radio, channel 88. To the NBA, where the Central Division leading Bucks best the Southwest Division leading Pelicans 141-117. Clippers over the Eastern Conference leading Celtics 115-96. LeBron and his triple-double helped the Lakers get past the Warriors 145-1.
If it's happening in sports, it's happening on Sirius XM. Serving up the last word before game day. This is the Sirius XM NFL Radio Tailgate Show with Steve Cohen and Robert Turbin.
Welcome back to the program, folks. It's Tailgate Show leading you into the end zone at 12 o'clock with Lance Meadow and Todd Haley. And then we go from those fellas to Westwood One's coverage of the AFC Championship game. And don't forget, we've got all of the hometown feeds for you. And Chiefs, Ravens, AFC Championship game. You can hear the Chiefs broadcast on Sirius 82, XM 225. The Ravens broadcast on Sirius 83 and XM 226. And as we've been telling you all morning, the national broadcast on NFL Radio Channel 88 with 3 former Patriots and an Eagle. Ryan Eagle and the 40 brothers and the great stuff. So all coming your way. All right, Turbo, we need to get into some matchup play here in terms of the NFC Championship game between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Let's take it from the Niners offensive standpoint. What do you see as the key matchups going up against that Detroit Lions defense?
It's going to be tough sledding for Detroit defensively just because of all the weaponry that, San Francisco has. You want to start, with the offensive linemen, obviously, and up front, it's a huge challenge, and that's where Aiden Hutchinson is going to have to be big for Detroit. This defensive line is concerned, but I'm looking at the skill spots, and I mean, it's hard for the Lions, to decide. We know that they like to play some man coverage, and so, there's guys that you're going to have to guard. That's key in this game. You've got Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and obviously Deebo Samuel, and so let's look at the young rookie. Jack Campbell's having an excellent year. Can he match up with Christian McCaffrey? I don't know if anyone can match up with Christian McCaffrey. Even Fred Warner, who's their own linebacker in that building. I wonder how those practices are between those two as far as the competition, is concerned. It's a difficult task, okay? So maybe you need to commit a safety, instead of a linebacker, in those man situations. C.J. Gardner-Johnson might have a better opportunity as far as being able to win or compete in those matchups better. But then what do you do with George Kittle? Do you then put Jack Campbell on George Kittle? Because that feels like a tough matchup for Jack Campbell as well. And I'm not trying to down the young kid, but these are really, really good players for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's take it. Two really good players. Brian Branch is having a great season this year. Sometimes he plays on the inside also, where he might be able to match up with Deebo, and sometimes he's on the outside. He has that versatility. But Brandon Ayuk has been as consistent as they come, for the 49ers as far as their wide receiver position is concerned. So it's tough for the skilled players. I think I'm looking at CMC, Deebo, Brandon Ayuk. How is Aaron Glenn going to put these guys in situations to be successful in order for them to be able to make plays? But then you have to think about the factor in these games where it does come down to winning your one-on-one matchups. Just tough thinking about, who you're going to match up with. And I think the San Francisco 49ers, that's why I give them a slight advantage in this football game.
That's one of the reasons the Ravens matched up so well and beat the Niners earlier this season. They've got those linebackers who can cover, that can run to the ball, great speed, and Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith. So from that standpoint, they matched up well, and I think the Niners kind of played into their hands because they were going to attack the Ravens was on the outside in that particular ball game, and they had CMC doing the whole 9 yards in the ball game and matched up well. So let's take it to the other side of the ball. The Lions against the Niners defense. What do you see as the key matchups for the Lions to A, protect Goff, and B, find St. Brown?
Yeah, I think it's Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's Sam Laporta. Against Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and that safety core for the 49ers, Justin Reed and company. I think that if you could put Jahmyr Gibbs and find a way to match him up against Dre Greenlaw, because we know Fred Warner's a good cover linebacker. Dre Greenlaw, not so much. He wants to come downhill. He wants to play physical. He wants to hit. And I mentioned Justin Reed. I meant to say Jair Brown, Tayshaun Gibson. Those are the safeties there for the 49ers. But if you can find a way to match up Jahmyr Gibbs and put him in a situation where he's in a one-on-one with Dre Greenlaw, I think that's a matchup that you can take advantage of. And the same goes for Sam Laporta. And I think Sam Laporta has an edge there, over Greenlaw and really both of those safeties. So, I would imagine the 49ers are going to make sure Fred Warner is committed to one of these guys. More than likely Sam Laporta, just because, he was second on the team in targets. But if you do that, that does put you at a disadvantage as far as, who's going to come down and play up against Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Jair Brown has come in and had an excellent season this year, replacing Hufanga, and he's fit right in. And so maybe there's a matchup there that you can take advantage of. But either way, just like we talked about with Christian McCaffrey, going to be really tough. But I think the key X factor for the Detroit Lions is how they're going to be able to navigate getting Jahmyr Gibbs in open spots.
If you're the Lions, do you use Sam Laporta more in the blocking game to help Colton McKivitz? Opposite side. Are you looking to help out your right tackle, stopping Nick Bosa? Now, Sewell's a tremendous right tackle, right? Pro Bowler, the whole 9 yards. However, Nick Bosa, such a force. Can you afford to keep Laporta in more to chip on him and then release, as he's not going to get too far down the field with a banged up knee and a knee brace? You want to keep him in to help out in terms of Joe Bosa, in terms of Nick Bosa?
I think that you have to trust Penei Sewell in this situation. You got to trust your tackles if the Detroit Lions. Of course.
Good morning, whoever's out there.
Blocks from your tight ends and your running backs here and there. And I would say,
hi, Carrie. How are you?
Running backs than your tight ends. If your tight end is spending too much time chip blocking,
I'm on Route 5 in north central Connecticut.
What he's going to be able to do. Sam Laporta's chipping.
I'm doing well, thank you.
He's only got about
Route 5 north central Connecticut. I was driving up to East Windsor to look at a foreclosure of a condo for my other channels. I filmed about a 3-minute video on that. And now I'm just taking a quick drive home. I finally have live streaming on this channel, so this is the first live stream, and you're the first guest. So, woohoo!
Those corner routes.
Yeah, it's pretty. Just driving a safe 40, 45 miles an hour here.
That opens up things.
Oh, fire truck.
St. Brown, with those
coming after me.
Those dig routes over the middle, which the Detroit Lions.
I'm gonna have to pull over here, guys.
So Penei Sewell in his own right. They're right there. Right,
yeah, that fire truck's coming this way. I gotta pull over.
Excellent draft pick, and I think where the Lions, I think it's a benefit for the Lions.
I don't know where he's going.
You have a right tackle that you have confidence in that can match up against a Pro Bowl player like Nick Bosa.
He's getting on
a
highway.
That's an advantage for Detroit Lions in this game to have somebody.
All right, must have been a spin out on the highway.
Have that much confidence in to go one-on-one.
Yeah, it's a snowy morning here in Connecticut. We were expecting mostly rain, and it rained all night.
Gibbs running the ball against the
very steady, heavy rain all night long. And then all of a sudden, a cold spell rolled through about 10 o'clock this morning. It's now 11 a.m. in the morning here in Connecticut, and
St. Brown is really proven to be a number one.
Big fluffy snow is falling.
He'll have.
We probably got about an inch down on the ground. They're expecting 2 to 4 inches in this area, I think.
To a certain degree, but
and over in western Connecticut in the hills in Windsor, where Michelle Marie Delaney is 3 to 5 or 3 to 6 inches over there. So. A little bit more down that way.
Can have a really good game, but I think the key.
But as long as you're driving safe and
we know that Amon-Ra St. Brown,
reasonable speed,
and Jahmyr Gibbs,
you're okay here.
X factors there, or I would say the main factors there.
NFL shit down. Nobody wants to hear that. So again, Krista is still in the hospital. I'm not sure why she's in there that long. I mean, geez. I think there's something more than this rash going on with her for her to be in the hospital that long. I hope she's okay. But she said she was like 90% or something and hoping to go home today. So hopefully that's the case. So yeah, they're up there in the hills, the Litchfield Hills it's called, Litchfield County. There's always more snow there because it's elevated and a little colder up there. Up in the quiet corner of Connecticut, it's called. But I'm already at 15 minutes here. Just want to do a quick stream and test it out, see if it works. And it's working fine. And I'm starting to hear more ice falling now. It seems like it's turning into sleet. So I'm going to wind it down just to pay more attention to the road and get home safely. I'm still about another 15, 20 miles. Well, probably about 15 miles from my home. But yeah, thanks for coming by, and you know, please, you're always welcome to stop by anytime. I'll try to do some more streams here on this channel now that I have the authority to do so. So thanks for all my subscribers to get me to the 50 subs that I needed. I think I'm at 58 or whatever. And we're gonna call it a day here, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye bye.